Hey, what is up? It's Lee, and we're back. Now, in between now and going out filming again, I thought we should have some fun. There's too much negativity going on YouTube at the moment. We should have a bit of a laugh. Let's have a bit of fun. Why not, eh? Let's have some smiles. So, not so long ago, I discovered that there are a lot of old, vintage paranormal investigations and paranormal interviews, things that were on the news like ages ago, right? And I found a couple, and I thought I could share them with you, and you can watch them for yourself. So without any further ado, let's just crack on with it.
Three smiles in the dark, hunting souls unknown. Laughter in the void where fear has grown. No dodging in the chase, just specters to face. In the dark they roam.
So I've got the earphones on, and we're going to watch a video now. Give you a bit of context. In the UK, there was a TV show called Nationwide. Now, Nationwide was like a newspaper type of show, if you like. Some of you guys out there who live in the UK will remember it. And it was, instead of you've got the main news where people are dead, fucking wars and all that, God knows what. Nationwide sort of went round the local communities and just interviewed people of interest. Like somebody will go, that man down the road there, he collects butterflies and eats them or something, right? And then the news will go, we'll document that. That's pretty much what Nationwide was. This Nationwide went on for years. I think it ended in the 80s or something like that. But the video we're about to watch, now I've seen it. If you are a health and safety officer or something, just don't watch. Don't watch. There are things that people did. Now, this is from the year I was born. And watching this video, I was like, no wonder I am the way I am. Because, just trust me. Now, bear in mind, this is true. Right, so we could just watch. This is a new segment of where a reporter was told, I know a good place. I know a great place where there's a poltergeist interfering and messing with the workmen there. You need to check this out. This journalist was like, I'm the man, I'm your man, I'm on it. This is true. So let's give you guys a bit of context. Let's start from the beginning. Right, here we go. The brick through the window.
A brick through the window is the least of the problems facing the firm refitting 82 Richmond Road, Kingston. They say there have been unforeseen delays. Builders' promises, you might think. But in this case, there does seem to be a reason. The place is haunted. A man working in an empty room was struck in the back by a piece of flying metal bar.
Right, just pause that. I'm just going to pause that. He was struck in the back by a metal bar. Right. Now, during these descriptions, listen. Right, so there was nails being thrown through the air. All these different things happened, okay? Just keep that in mind. Let's carry on.
There have been light bulbs falling. There have been nails flying across the room and shovels falling downstairs. A ladder placed against that first floor window started to vibrate violently and then crashed to the ground. The man on it is in hospital. And a mysterious name appeared on one of the workmen's toolboxes, and an object from that toolbox disappeared. It'll hardly surprise you to learn that that object was a spirit level.
Was a spirit level. Beardo be shitting himself about now, wouldn't he?
Considering it's their first brush with the occult, the survivors, Chris, Bill, Harvey and Fred,
Look at this.
are commendably calm. And there's nothing
Right.
fey about any one of them. Indeed,
What's the
they
guy
manifest a
again?
remarkable
Right, in this
solidarity.
hat. Right, this Scottish hat. I can't remember what they call. There's a name for it. I don't know why I did that. Right, but he's just done a stunt, falling off a ladder. Right, and yeah, he comes up again. He performs another stunt, but you got to bear in mind he gets interviewed later, so he's actually one of the people who have been affected by this. So the film crew have gone, we need somebody to recreate some of these things that are happening. So can you fall off a ladder for me? Yeah, fine, I'll fall off a ladder. So if all he does this and falls off a ladder. Not on a crash mat.
I've seen this young fella here dragged across the cellar floor by unforeseen hands. Not kicking himself across, dragged across. I'll admit I stood there, you know, tears were running out my eyes watching it. And he was screaming, you know.
With laughter.
I was, yeah. Tears were running out my eyes. I couldn't stop laughing at it because he was being dragged across the cellar floor with his arms, you know, out backwards.
Right, it's just great. Yeah, you know, I was just doing my job. And he was just like, being dragged out backwards by unforeseen hands. Like, this guy, he's brilliant. He just don't give a fuck. He's like, yeah, I don't care, mate. He's like, yeah, he's being dragged along by his penis. Yeah, shoved against the wall. His trousers came off. I was pissing myself laughing, mate.
What about this fella on a ladder?
That's the window cleaner guy.
What happened to him?
Well, he's told people at the hospital and other people that he was actually pushed. And he made a grab for a window frame and it came away in his hand.
Do you believe any of this stuff?
It's just, well, he was pushed off a ladder, weren't he? He made a grab for the windowsill and it just came away in his hands. You can imagine. Oh, this guy.
Do you believe any of this stuff?
Certainly do, yes.
What have you seen?
Well, I've seen the steps up in the attic there, being pulled out underneath.
Nobody there at all?
Nobody there at all whatsoever.
Couldn't it have been one of your mates?
No, nobody moved.
I was down the cellar at the time.
This guy.
And 5 of us stood in a circle, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden, a piece of floorboard came up, 6 to 1, you know, and struck me across the face. Nearly broke my nose, actually.
Right. Watch this now, right? Watch this, right? They're going to do a reconstruction. So, there are no stuntmen. It's like, all right, okay, so would you mind standing at the corner? And we're going to recreate this now. So how can we recreate it safely and within a great environment where nobody gets hurt? Yeah, okay. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to just stand here and throw a plank of wood at you.
Skeptics have somewhat unkindly noted that the first appearance of this troublesome ghost was coincidental with the approach of the date originally set for the completion of the work. Happily, corroborative testimony can be obtained from a quite independent source, neighbour
Hello, Margaret
Rushforth.
The workmen came running along the road here in a state of panic and said, could I help them? There were things flying about as they worked in that place. And he had a cut on his hand, which he said a piece of wood had flown through the air and cut his hand.
The first carpenter that they had on the site, and there have been 3 now, decided that he knew where the
first carpenter that came on the site. There have been 3 now.
problem lay. He decided that the biggest problem was in the smallest room. Chris, tell me exactly what happened.
Was in the smallest room. That guy is sinister on his own. The problem was in the smallest room. All right, now clearly there's the sink, right? You see the sink. Chris, right? He's going to ask Chris what happened, and clearly there's nobody there, right? Because if you look where Chris is in a minute, right? There's no camera there, right? So he's doing this. He's already done the interview. He doesn't care. So he's going to go, oh, right then, right then, presenter, can we do that again, but with you asking Chris the questions, and then during it, halfway through, just randomly nod, but you're not doing it, you're just doing it with your camera, okay? Right, because clearly, where Chris is, there's no room for a camera.
And here.
Well, he was working in here, and all of a sudden he ran down to the tobacconist, a few doors along. He went running in for a choc ice.
A choc ice?
A choc ice, yeah. Anyway, he just asked for the choc ice, come running back, and we found him in here feeding it to this toilet. And when we said to him, you know, what are you doing that for? He turned around and said, 'cause Albert told me so.
And did it have any effect?
Well, a couple of days later he went screaming down the road and he never returned, and he left his toolbox behind. He wouldn't take it home with him in case Albert had jumped inside and went home with him.
And did Albert continue to be here?
He's been here all the time. He goes quiet for a couple of days and he starts again.
Why did he give him a choc ice?
Well, that I can't tell you. I suppose he liked choc ices.
And asked the men to join me in this little healing service.
Why did he give him a choc
And
ice?
it was
I don't
while
know.
I was
That's
saying
he
those
like choc
prayers
ices? I don't know,
that I
mate.
became aware of a very agitated
Oh,
soul
God.
who was in that building. A soul that hadn't cleared
My
the
God.
barrier to the other
But
world
this is a
as they should have done.
serious...
And they were agitated,
It's a
they were
serious
shaking, and I
interview.
shook with their conditions. And I
This
asked
presenter
for healing and for safe conduct.
He's just like
for that soul.
so sinister.
Go
I want to
across
know if he's
where they
still alive to this
properly
day and what's he doing. I bet he's just talking to the news people, tilting his head like the shape from side to side, and then presenting the next item like this. Right. So what we need to do, guys, we need to just recreate a little scene. You know what he was saying about the nails? You know what we were saying about that plank of wood? Are you all right to do a plank of wood? You all right to do a nails thing? Just spit to camera? No? Okay, what about you? The guy fell off a ladder. You know, you've got a hat, a Scottish hat. You fell off the ladder for us. Would you mind helping us out with a recreation of the nails flying through the air? You will? Great. Just stand there and we'll be back in a minute. Keep the cameras rolling, guys. Right, so ready? Just throw nails at him. Yes. Are you okay? Right, brilliant.
Even managing director Ron Stocks is at a loss.
At the moment, I'm beginning to now think that I'm now in the region of losing somewhere around about £1,000 over this.
Oh, no.
And as I say, at this present moment of time, it now ceases to be quite funny.
Hey, no, just
I've
ain't
now
funny
obviously
more,
got blood
mate.
spreading down my neck. And when I go back to them and tell them that there's a poltergeist or a ghost here, I mean, it seems to be quite a joke.
Yeah, it's a fucking joke,
But
mate.
is he calling
Right.
a spade,
Chuck it.
or is it hot air? Perhaps the only man who can decide is a building inspector. Spectre. Spectre. Spectre.
So that's that, ladies and gentlemen. I'll put the whole video, the link to it in the description below. Just something to lighten the mood a little bit. If you want more of these until we go out filming again, which will be very soon, then yeah, and please hype. Press the hype button. I keep forgetting people to say it, getting to ask. Hype. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. And if you want to see more of these, watching some old videos, I've got a great one. It's a long one. This one was quite short, but the one you're going to see is a long one, okay? But it's brilliant. If you want to see it, you need to hit that like button, subscribe, and hype. Let me know that you've hyped in the comments below. And if you also let me know if you want to see more of these. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and see you on the next one.